He says next that the Jehovah's Witnesses do not teach that Michael is Jesus. He says, they specifically say that there are similarities between the two and they could be the same being. In the opinion of the person writing that individual article, he thinks they seem to be the same being. That doesn't make it unquestionable doctrine. Once again, he's lying. There is no place in any Watchtower publication at all that states that it is only a theory. And you'll see later that I challenge him to show me one, and he refuses, because he can't. Here he goes with the same straw man again. If they honestly said Jesus is Michael the Archangel because some chick prophesied it, I worry about whoever would believe that. Again, I never said this, nor did I imply it in any way, shape, fashion, or form ever at all. His next comment says, read any Watchtower publication on the topic from the last 50 years. They'll point out a verse and say this suggests that Michael the Archangel and Jesus are the same person. You're the one with the burden of proof. You find me a Watchtower publication that states that Jesus unquestionably must be Michael the Archangel and it's impossible for it to be otherwise. You won't find one. Then he proceeds with the same straw man as before. You suggest that we believe Jesus equals Michael because of this lady's trance, which is not the case. I never said it was. Again, you are lying. Here I explain to him for the third or fourth time the reason that I mention it, that I'm showing the origin of the teaching. He replies, she may have been chronologically first. Yeah, dipshit, she was chronologically first. Welcome to Earth. But her prophecy is meaningless. Our belief originates from Bible verses that blah 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 blah. But because she also thought of it doesn't mean that she's the reason many JWs believe it. I didn't fucking say she was. You're lying again. After the third or fourth time of explaining myself, he's once again lying. He says, you're quick to call my rebuttal a straw man, but your entire video is one. No, it's not. I did not invent an argument for you and then tear it down. I stated historical fact. That's not a straw man. I don't think this guy is that stupid. He's using Theocratic War Strategy. He's using misleading information in order to protect something that would hurt the movement. When I asked him for the second or third time to show me any one article that he claims has been released in 50 years that says that the Jesus is Michael thing is only a theory, he says, if you say JWs teach this, it's not our job to find official statements that say we don't teach that. It's your job to back up your claim originally, which you haven't. It's called burden of proof. Learn to logic. Yes, you're right. The person making the claim has the burden of proof. I was taught for 20 years or more that Jesus was Michael the Archangel, not that it was a theory. That's what I was taught. That's what I read in the magazines. For me, the burden of proof is on you. I don't feel the need to prove something that I know is a fact. When I explained this to him, he said, so then make a video saying this was my personal understanding based on how I learned when I was young. But if you're going to say JWs teach this, provide a little evidence if you'd like to be taken seriously. Okay, fair enough. Then he goes on to make the same fucking straw man argument. Honestly, when you were a JW, did you honestly believe that Jesus equals Michael because of some lady's prophecy? Had you even heard of that lady before leaving the JWs? For the 6th fucking time, no, I never said this. I never implied it. In any way, shape, fashion, or form did I ever say that any Jehovah's Witness throughout history has ever believed this because Ellen White, who you keep calling some lady because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, said it. I refuse to believe that this person is actually that stupid. The only explanation is, he hears what I'm saying, he understands what I'm saying, but it doesn't look good for his organization. So he's continuing to twist my argument. Explaining this again to him, he responds, but by suggesting it's the origin of the belief, you're implying that it's the reason for the belief. No, I'm not. The origin of the Trinity comes from the early church. But not everybody that believes in the Trinity believes it because some early guy in the church said so. They read the Bible and they decided that was the case. But the origin of the belief, as you would say, is in pagan religion. But they don't believe in the Trinity because an ancient pagan religion taught it. You see that his argument defeats his own logic. For example, he goes on that JW's belief has nothing to do with her prophecy. For the umpteenth time, I never said that it did. And it's convenient that you left out the scriptural reasoning for the belief, but chose to set up a straw man if this belief comes from a crazy lady who was hit by a rock. Yes, and the Trinity comes from crazy pagans who worshipped rocks. You may try to use scriptural evidence to show why the Trinity is false, but the core of your explanation is typically that it's pagan. That's fine. My goal was not to disprove that Michael was Jesus. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Michael. I don't care if Jesus was Superman and Michael was Batman. Just as you may go and prove that the origin of the Trinity is in paganism, I proved that the origin of your belief was in Ellen White. The same way that Trinitarians can crack open a Bible and prove their belief in something in pagan origins, I know you can crack open a Bible and show your belief in something with Ellen White origins, but it's completely besides the point. He also says if you have a concern about witnesses, try talking to some. Wow, that's a great idea. Which witness should I talk to, JW and CT? How about Kelly Littleton, who wishes death on people in the name of her God? Or how about Ori Bear, who says he hopes he's there to watch all of the non-believers die? How about any of the other dozens of Jehovah's Witnesses that I've made several videos showing them calling people names and wishing death on them? Here's the thing. I didn't hate Jehovah's Witnesses until I came onto YouTube and had to deal with total schmucks like you guys. Trust me, I've talked to some witnesses, and you're a bunch of dickheads. When I went to the Kingdom Hall, you are all a bunch of dickheads. Things really haven't changed. He says to talk to some, quote, instead of whining about what you've been angry about for years. Because Jehovah's Witnesses never sit and whine about the religions they used to be members of, huh? Just bear that in mind, everyone. Next time a Jehovah's Witness tries to expose how some other religion is false, they're just whining, because they're showing a history of that religion and why they don't believe it. And that's whining. Oh, but I forgot, it's only whining if it's against your religion. Right, hypocrite? At this point, I was thoroughly sick of debating with this person, and I decided, you know, I'm going to attempt to shut him up. I'm going to show him the Watchtower articles and things that say that Jesus is Michael the Archangel. Then he can try to Theocratic War Strategy his way out of it all he wants, but I'm showing him the articles that he says don't exist. From the official Watchtower website, for those of you that think that I'm making up that they believe that Jesus is Michael the Archangel, for those of you that demand sources for these things, here you go. Go to the Watchtower's website, pull up the article called What Are the Last Days, and you'll find in there, Michael the Archangel is Jesus Christ in his heavenly position. It doesn't say we believe that he's possibly Jesus Christ. It doesn't say that the evidence suggests that Michael the Archangel is probably Jesus Christ, but we're not sure. It says Michael the Archangel is Jesus Christ in his heavenly position. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no qualifiers, no clarification. Michael is Jesus. Next article. Find this one on the official website, The Truth About Angels. Quote, the foremost angel, both in power and authority, is the Archangel Jesus Christ, also called Michael. Not theoretically Michael, not we assume probably Michael. Jesus Christ is also called Michael. Is that not enough for you guys that want sources? Look up the article, God's Purpose for the Earth. Quote, says the Apostle John, I saw an angel, the Archangel Michael, or Jesus Christ, coming down out of heaven. They took a scripture from Revelation and inserted into it that the angel John saw was Michael and that he was Jesus Christ. It doesn't say I saw an angel which was Michael, who we think is Jesus, or I saw an angel who was probably Michael, who we assume is Jesus. I saw an angel, the Archangel Michael, or Jesus Christ. Not enough for you, dickhead? How about another one? Look up the article, Angels, How They Affect Us. Quote, the angel foremost in power and authority is Michael the Archangel, or Jesus Christ. Not Michael the Archangel, who we suppose is probably Jesus Christ, but you don't have to believe it if you don't want to. The angel foremost in power and authority is Michael the Archangel, or Jesus Christ. Same person. Michael the Archangel, Jesus Christ. One person. Same guy. Not a theory, not a speculation. A fact, as written on the Watchtower website. For those of you that need sources, go to their website and you'll find this.